What's up, guys, to Rivals on the Pitch, or should I say Rival on the Pitch, because it's only me and Alan today. Pat couldn't make it today. I wonder why. But whatever the reason is,
we're still
we'll
rivals.
keep down the fort. We'll hold down the fort. We're going to go over Match Week 5, and we're going to go into Match Week 6. The Carabao Cup just started, and that might play an effect into Match Week 6.
United, you're not invited.
Champions League. Yeah, whatever. Champions League, again, starting next week, which is going to play a little role into our mini league, extra bonus points. And this also was a week of firsts. First for Manchester United, their first win. First for Pep, the lowest percentage of possession he had. The first goal for Aston Villa. Am I missing? Oh, and Ange. Ange's first points. Is it going to work? Whatever. And maybe if we have time, we'll hit a little Ballon d'Or while we're at it. You know, it is, trophy season, whatever, ceremony. We'll get into it though, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm Randy.
And I'm Alan.
Let's do this.
Let's get into it.
Cheers.
Welcome back. This match week 5,
6. Moving into
match week. Well, can't talk. Match week 6. Should we get into the matches, or what we're gonna cover first?
Let's just go over. Let's go over
feelings?
Match Week 5. I mean, it wasn't
Match week 5.
maybe because I'm the only one who wants to speak because my team came out on top, but
In all fairness, our scoreline I think doesn't really reflect the way we played, but I'll get into it later.
Well, I mean, if you want, get into it now. You start it off.
No. Let's go with
ahead,
the first.
What the firsts?
Match, yeah.
Which was
Match week
Liverpool
6. Yeah,
and
match.
Everton, the
Match week
Merseyside
5,
Derby.
first match. Merseyside Derby. How'd it go? What did you like?
well.
What didn't you like? I'll tell you what I
Well,
didn't like.
Yeah, you
The
didn't
whole-
like Liverpool winning. That's what it
Yeah.
was. Let's just be honest. And maybe the 3-minute stoppage time, which I've heard complaints about, and I can, I'm not gonna, I can agree with that. It's somewhat
Yeah.
unfair. I'm, not just gonna just because it's Liverpool. It's like, well,
But if
F you
the
guys.
scoreline was the other way around, it would
I
have
know
been
that's
9
why,
minutes.
whatever. But I understand their frustration on that. But before we get to the end, let's start with the beginning. No, I think it was nice. It was the first time we omitted Florian Wirtz out of the starting lineup, and we went back with our, starting 3 that was from last season with Dominic Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Gravenberch, which was nice to see. Which was your trusted 3 in the midfield, and it was good and it was a good sight. It was a good first half. The Szoboszlai and Mo Salah, there was a nice connection. That little lob pass to Gravenberch, which hit a nice volley in the 10th minute, was beautiful. And I was just thinking, oh, the floodgates are opening. It was nice to see that cohesion, that nice chemistry that was last season. I think you wouldn't have gotten that with Florian Wirtz if he was still if he started. But then, Ekitike, my boy, with his 4th goal of the season, what can he do? What can't he do? And he's scoring, bro. He makes you forget about Isak, but it's good to see him score. It's good to see that. And then, like I said, it was with Szoboszlai, Mo Salah, and I was watching them. Whenever they did the counterattacks, watching the way they would attack, it was just like, you get excited because they're all with pace. I think they just need to get down on the chemistry, a little more game repetitions, and I think they'll be locked in. But it was good to see. But I got to give credit to Everton. It's always a tough match when they're playing around. But of course, Jack Grealish with a nice cross, and then it was put down and passed back to Gay, who hit a nice strong kick that Alisson couldn't block to give them a little bit of hope. Good thing for us is we didn't mess up the 2-0 lead like we've done in the past. And there was no late winner.
It is true.
We did all our stuff in the first half, which was good to see.
That's what I was waiting for. The late winner, the 90th, 9th minute goal, not stopping stoppage time so that Liverpool can score the game winner, That's what
Especially
I was
when you're at
waiting
home,
for.
right? But it was good to get it done in the first half. I think that has to maybe come into play with the starting lineup with McAllister,
So
Dominic Soboslai, and Gavin Birch in the middle. But it was good to see, man.
you didn't have Fringbong or Wirtz in the starting lineup. What's all that? I mean, they cost some money. What's going on with that? You have
I know, but the thing is,
and one more game. You
Arnie
think he's gonna
Slot.
score next game? Is he
Who?
gonna do anything next game?
He's gonna. You didn't hear? He's
Or is he
the lead
Bond?
runner for the James Bond movie. There you go. He's runner up, man.
Austin Dillon almost beat him to it.
Yeah, but no, I just think Arnie Slot, if he sees that something isn't working, he's not afraid to make the substitutions needed. We saw that with the last match with Kirkez. He took him off real early and put in Andy Robertson. He saw that Florian Wirtz needs more time. I don't think he was ready for a derby, so I think he went back with this trusted three. Frimpong hasn't, been as hasn't been showing the sights of what he's used to do when he was at Bayer Leverkusen. The same thing with Kirkez. I think he had a downfall from the move from Bournemouth to Liverpool.
Yeah.
But I think it's just adjusting period. But the thing is,
Where's the coach?
Those are key players. Those are our defense is what's giving us up. These 2-goal leads. We can't keep making these comebacks. So we got to fix that. But,
does that worry you at all? Like the fact that and even look at today. Today you played the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, but that was
against Southampton.
That was a totally different. Yeah, Southampton. They're in the Championship. But it was a totally different 11. But I think even Virgil van Dijk said it.
Championship team.
I know, and even though our whatever B squad are players who played in the starting role,
make a whole new team.
No, I think even Virgil van Dijk said, he was asked like, "Are you worried about your defense giving up goals?" And he's like, "No, I just think we have so much firepower that's gonna help us get out of it, but that only can get you so much. We need to get that solid back four, cohesion. We need to get that chemistry. We need to all get on the same page. But that's what happens when you have two new backs, playing together. Konate and Virgil, they're fine for now. We'll see what happens with Konate in this contract extension. But I think, Bradley, Frimpong, there's competition there. I think we played better with Dominic Soboslai, but I think it's just we need more time. But the thing is, we're winning, even if it's winning ugly or winning late.
Is your luck gonna run out?
Counting my I'm counting what? Counting my eggs.
Yeah.
I know it's not gonna happen every time. We're not gonna get that last minute winner. But
you conceded 5 goals.
Ride. Yeah.
Right now. And
the only clean sheet was against Arsenal. But
who's only conceded 2? Tottenham's only conceded 3.
Yeah.
Bournemouth 5. Crystal Palace only conceded 2. Hey, maybe that's why you're going for Mark Gay.
Yeah, and no, that was the one thing as well. But then again, we can maybe get into the Carabao Cup a little later. But yeah, defensively, I think we need just to get I don't know, I think more playing time with them, and then hopefully that'll pick things up, fix the issue. Virgil is still a top quality player. Konate is still there for we'll see how long.
Yeah, right.
Maybe the end of this season
he
Bradley
might be there longer because Mark Gay might end up going to Real Madrid.
Yeah, and then Konate as well, and then I think someone from Bayern Munich, Ocampo or something. I'm probably butchering his name, but that's what I do. But I think they're all trying to get him for free transfers. But we'll see. I mean, so far it's so good. 5 wins out of 5 games. Hopefully this is a thing to come that we're not going to rely on last minute winners. We're going to be able to solidify our lead and hold it off.
You have to be somewhat. If you didn't make such drastic signings in the summer where you were signing 150 million, 120 million, 90 million signings, this is a lot of money, is it not?
It is a lot of money.
But, and then to come out and only win in the fashion you guys are winning, it's has to be a little worrisome. You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of wish that the end product was more. So coming into the season, obviously, if Pat was here, I'm sure he would attest to it too. That
Don't mention
it's worrisome. Right. He's Arsenal, so he's always worried. It's worried like, okay, Liverpool's going to run with the league. The way they're signing players, this is scary. We have to compete.
On paper, it is scary.
Exactly. But then these last, 5 matches, Liverpool look very beatable.
Yeah, I know they look very beatable.
You're like, it's true. Winners find a way to win, and you played to the final whistle. And hey, we were in our first season with Ange. We had a lot of last minute winners. So I know how that feeling is. You're glad you're winning, but at the same time, you're kind of thinking to yourself, how long is this really going to last, and why isn't the finished product as polished as it should be, right? And does that come down to Arne Slot? I think he's still the man for the job. I don't think
really in his second season you're even talking about.
Because come on, because let's think about this. Like he took over Klopp's team, and he won the league with him, and then now he's putting together his team, trying to build that chemistry that's now he needs to form with these new players. And now it's I don't want to say it's falling short, but if the season continues in this fashion, it might. There's still a whole lot of season. We're
no,
week 5,
I know there's a whole lot of season, and sometimes it just clicks in the beginning, and sometimes it takes a couple match weeks to get into it. But so far, it is worrisome in a way because I don't want to be that Newcastle game. I was like, God damn it, and then the Brentford game, Bournemouth game. I was like, man, even the what's it called, the Community Shield, all these games, it's worrisome. It's like, but at the end of the day, we got the 5 wins, which is what matters. Like I said, sometimes it's pretty and sometimes it's not. But I think we are getting we watched the of course Wirtz comes from the German league, so that's a different maybe a couple matches to get accustomed. Isak hasn't been playing at all, but we did play in the Carabao Cup and he scored, so that's a good sign. Frimpong, Bayer Leverkusen. I think Kirkes, he was in the Premier League, but I think it's just new players, maybe a new system, so he's got to get used to it. I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping they click real quick, sooner than later, because we still got teams behind us. Spurs, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City, can't count them out. And, Bournemouth is on a roll right now. Crystal Palace as well. So all these teams can cause problems. And we gotta find a way to win convincingly, not, worrisomely. But so far, so good. But, I know it's still early, but so far, so good. You can't complain when you're undefeated still.
All right. We'll see about that because you guys do face another undefeated team next week. So we'll see who ends the streak. Nice. Unless you guys draw, then the streak's still.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Well, I'll hold that prediction for later, but there we go.
Everybody draws and the streak continues, and your underwear will still have streaks in it. So then we'll move on to the Brighton Tottenham match. Unfortunately, I did not get to see this live, right? So I didn't get to see this live. I was kind of where I work. Limited cellular data area. I'm in a bunker half the time. So every time I would come up, I'll check, like Instagram or whatever, like a little quick recap if I can. And it didn't look like the first half was all that great. We're down halftime 2-1. And then we getting the equalizer and finishing that. So when I went back to rewatch it, I was expecting a horrible game, right? I was expecting like, okay, typical Spurs. Let's see what happened here. But if you remember last season, we had a 2-0 lead in the halftime and we blew it and we ended up losing 3-2 to Brighton. But off the bat, Spurs were actually really the top team in this match, I feel like, especially in the beginning. We're really pressing Brighton. Few good chances that we just weren't finishing. I think the biggest part of this game is we're not finishing that final third. I feel like we could have easily gone 4-2, we could have ended this match 4-2, 3-2, get a little dramatic, maybe 5-2, right? But
a couple of those are going to be own goals.
Yeah, 5 own goals.
We'll get to that.
But I mean, it's the same thing. Like sometimes you force the own goals. Like you can't take credit away from the team that's attacking because if you keep pushing, guess what? The defense is bound to make mistakes, and that's where you get these own goals from.
And the thing is, it's like those crosses. The guy who jumps in front of you, you think he's got it, and it's just
bad
it goes
clearance,
over
yeah.
him, and then you can't react, and it is what it is. It's just it
Those
happens.
weird
Sometimes it's a
deflections.
handball, yeah,
Yep.
and it's part of the game. It sucks. It's unfortunate for Brighton,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, like I said, sometimes you win last minute, own goals, penalty, whatever it is. You win
Hey, you win ugly,
gritty.
right? I don't
Yeah,
wanna
you win
hear it.
ugly.
I don't
Yeah,
wanna hear it.
I'm giving you credit. I'm
There,
giving you
there.
credit. There you
Hey,
go. All right. So
snapshot.
clip it.
Yeah.
But we're on the same same front on that. But it sucks. But congrats. I mean, I was watching the game. Spurs, they play good. I thought they should have, like you said,
we should have been
put
on
in
top.
3 or 4 goals. But
Brighton, what they did differently is when they had the opportunities, they took advantage of it. With that first goal, man, it was so close on the offsides was so close. It was basically the top of the arm, I guess, the jersey that put the guy onside. And I mean, he finished that. Vicario, I don't think he did the best job in trying to block it. And then the second goal, it was just a beautiful kick. Vicario tried putting a hand on it, got fingertips on it. There was no way of stopping that shot with just fingertips. And then, so with that first goal, you had Olderbear there on the left, and I feel like he was, that left side is the issue too. We're not finishing in the final third in that left side. There's not much creativity. We brought Xavi Simons, and the last 2 games he played on the left, but that's not where he needs to play. He needs to play that 10 role in the middle, and then he'll kind of drift to the left, and he'll help out the winger or the wing back. But having Olderbear there, he was all right. You could tell he needs more time. Johnson there, he's better on the right side. So if we would have had signed someone on the left, that would have been great.
like
Colo, yeah, right. Nah. I still think he would have still played that 10 role better. Like Savinho would have been perfect, and he's still not even playing for City. They should have let us have him. They're greedy, freaking greedy. But
January window, maybe.
Yeah, right. We'll see. Hey, that Levy's out. But yeah, but when Xavi came in, he played in that midfield, and things just even clicked even more. And he had a beautiful chance. He just went right over the goal. What was it? It was just outside the box. Beautiful shot, but it didn't go in. And I felt like his opportunity to score was coming. But it's great to see him in the starting lineup. But yeah, the scoreline's not really reflective of what Tottenham did on the field, but I really enjoy what I'm seeing from Thomas Frank. There needs to be more creativity up in the attacking, but I think that's coming. He's doing very well with Lucas Bergvall. Even when Archie Gray came in, I think he played very well. That defensive mid, he's a good passer. So I wonder if they're going to try to mold him to be that, play from the back defensive midfielder. When Palhinha is not playing, Palhinha is more of the I'm going to attack you and steal the ball. He's more of a defensive reinforcement. Gray could be more of that playing up the back, offensively minded defender, if that makes sense. But it was a good game. But really wish we would have just gotten those 3 points. That every time we draw, or every time Arsenal draws, we draw. When Arsenal lose, we lose. Like we're neck and neck. We're tied. Yeah. I think they got us by goal differential, but it's like, damn, we're trying to get some points here. We're already 5 points behind Liverpool. But yeah, any other games?
It's still early.
Yeah, but
so far so good compared, man.
Yeah.
Maybe this was. You're probably thinking like I'm probably having lower expectations because it's Frank coming in. So you don't want to have high expectations. So just in case he doesn't, plan out, you're like, all right, well, I didn't expect much. But he's actually, I think, he's punching above his weight so far. It's a good showing for 5 games in.
I don't think I have lower expectations.
It just makes you excited for what's to come.
It does.
If everyone stays healthy, if everyone starts clicking, maybe they get, like what you said, the left winger or someone on the left. Maybe things can happen. This is only his first season. And I feel like he's already starting off way better than Ange would have done if he would have stayed in his 3rd season.
But the signings we made this summer makes it feel like we're not just trying to sit back, because when we got Thomas Frank, I was like, okay, they might not sign players because he's more of a developmental coach,
Yeah.
he's going to develop the youth, so our signings might not be as great. But you come out with Kudos, Paulinho, excuse me, and Javi Simmons, you're kind of thinking, okay, this team is trying to prep for something big and, compete on all fronts. So
yeah, just like Levy said, but then he jumped ship right after. That's his goodbye gift.
Exactly. Farewell. So once they made those signings, our expectations did increase, like, okay, maybe we are onto something, but we'll see. But let's move on along. Leave that for Pat comes back. Tell him how much better we are.
He loves to hear that.
So we got Forrest drawing with Burnley. Ange getting his first point. We'll see how that goes. Ange ball. I've seen some comments made by Nottingham Forest fans. Some are already want him out. Some are saying, hey, give him time. But I think with
you heard the quote that Ange said? He was asked, like, when do you expect Ange ball to be up and running? Yeah, Wednesday.
Wednesday, mate. And that's okay. And you got to appreciate that, to a certain extent. Yeah. It's probably frustrating for the fans, but he looks defeated already. He was saying that he feels like he's not very liked in the Premier League and that everyone's always against him. But I'm like, dude, you kind of do it to yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
But West Ham,
it's like Mourinho. They hate him, but he with the special one and all that cockiness, but he
exactly.
wins,
what do you expect? Yeah, if you're gonna talk that smack, you gotta,
just don't make any promises backlash. You can't, cash. Don't say I always win things and with my second team in the Premier League or or anything like that.
He said season 3, so hey, we'll see. Hey, now I'm on the other side. Oh yeah, season 3, Ange. Oh yeah. West Ham losing to Crystal Palace. West Ham.
That's West Ham.
So
it's West Ham.
West Ham losing to Crystal Palace. Wolves losing to Leeds.
They almost had it. It was looking good in the beginning, but Leeds just came out of nowhere.
Villa tying with Sunderland. So we have at the bottom, I don't know, it's too early to talk about the table, but you got Aston Villa sitting at 18th, West Ham at 19th, and Wolves at 20th.
And Brentford those three, just right there. On the outside looking in.
Out of those three, who do you think is actually going to be staying down there? Or are all three safe?
I think Aston Villa will find a way to get out. I think Unai Emery will find a way. Yeah. He might be mid-table at the end of it, but I just think it's West Ham. If they do make that change, I heard it was a Slavic Bivic or whatever. Slavic. He used to be the coach for West Ham. I feel like that's sort of I can sort of see him like bringing them back from relegation into the Premier League.
Santo?
No.
Does he make a comeback?
Maybe.
Does he come back to Wolves? No, because Wolves.
That would be interesting.
I think Wolves.
He should have said you're gonna like season 3 of Nuno.
The resurrection of Nuno Espirito Santo.
Yeah. On the 3rd season, he came back, but I just think it's gonna be Wolves and West Ham in the bottom.
Yeah, because you got so the newly promoted teams are sitting 7th. Like I said, it's early in the table. It's too early to talk, table talk. But you got Sunderland 7th, you got Leeds 12th, and Burnley 16th. They're not in bad positions. I mean, Burnley's there, pushing 16th, but they got one more point over Villa and United. So yeah, they're a little bit they're kind of in that mix. But
the thing is, they can score, and that is what you need. And Wolves can't score, West Ham can't score. Aston Villa, they finally scored.
Villa, yeah. Oh, you got a whole team almost went 007. I thought West Ham was gonna be down, but I didn't think they were gonna be this low. And then Wolves really surprised me, where Wolves are just. They have 0 points. That's
what happens, man.
0 points. They have 5 losses.
When you sell Cunha.
No.
What?
Dr. Tottenham might show up. Oh, no. We play Wolves next, and they got 0 points.
Spursy it up.
Ooh,
you want to make a prediction now?
No. I got to rethink my prediction now. Sheesh. Good Lord.
They're going to come out firing, and it's just going to be Frank the Tank is going to be in a ditch. He can't get out of it.
He's about to witness firsthand
surrounded by wolves.
The curse of the Tottenham Dr. Tottenham. Sheesh.
Wow.
No, there's no way we can lose to. There's no way we can lose to Wolves.
Yeah,
this
you've said that
such
before.
A bad Wolves.
But that's typical.
But we said that to Crystal Palace, but Crystal Palace ended up being a really good side last season.
And they're still a good side, even with selling
Eze and I know it's already a few seasons, but Elise and all these other players are. I think they're lucky that they kept what's his name, Adam Morton. He's the one. A lot of people wanted him. I wanted him for Tottenham too. He would have been a great defensive midfielder. Yeah, but
and you got to give coach the coach, man.
Glasner, yeah, Oliver Glasner.
Looking at know if it's true or not, what was said about him, but
what
that he was gonna leave if
walk.
Mark, didn't stay. If he left, he's like, I didn't have enough time to buy whatever. I mean,
and it's true.
Let's give him credit, man. He's been there for how long, and he's already won how many trophies? And you want to compare that to Arteta?
Exactly not. I wish they were still in the Europa League.
They deserve it, man. But they're still undefeated, and they're finding ways to win. What Mateta's doing it?
Yeah, but they're saying he might get sold too. So we'll see.
Man.
We'll take that one out. We don't need a left back, or a right back, but Munoz.
You want Munoz? Colombiano? Because he's Colombiano? That's why you want.
Well, he's good though. He's good. I got him on fantasy.
He's good. He's good.
So we're saying Villa is safe from the bottom, even though they're 18th.
I think Villa's going to be safe. Yeah.
I do think.
I think it could be Burnley that can make it into that switch spots. But yeah, we're still early.
You think we'll see two newly promoted teams staying? That'd be good.
I think so. And it depends what happens in the half of the season. Whatever's what position is up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The endurance.
And then maybe they make transfers in the January transfer window. We'll see what happens to give them a little more staying power, or maybe they're in the weeds and they need to get out. We'll see. But I think
we'll revisit our predictions. We'll revisit our predictions in January.
Yeah, because you'll say Man United won't be up in 5th or 6th.
I don't know what I was thinking about, putting them that far up there. So speaking of Man United did defeat Chelsea. Chelsea is losing some steam, and I think they won today, but I think they beat I don't even know who it was. But they won in the Carabao Cup. But Chelsea doesn't look as promising as I thought they were going to be either. I feel like they started off hot, but
it's like we mentioned last time. Cole Palmer is the only reason they're hot. You take them out, they're a mid-table team at best. Cole Palmer is what saves them. And you don't got a goalkeeper who's going to save you and keep you in the game because he's going to get out in 5 minutes.
Did you see everybody was thanking Roberto Sanchez for keeping Ruben Emery still at United?
Don't thank me. I'm Roberto Sanchez. Whatever.
He saved the league. Thank you.
Can Manchester get 4 more wins? I want my boy, he's got to get that.
Did you see what happened to him?
Yeah.
He got his hair pulled, and people were calling him a fake, or not people. That one guy was calling him a fake fan, saying that he's only using United as publicity. Dude, he made what he thought was going to be a simple challenge, grow out his hair, cut it when Man United get 5 wins.
Which is doable.
It's really doable, and
maybe you get the 5 weakest teams in your schedule. You maybe get the easiest schedule. Right. The Carabao Cup, all the other cups as well. You can pull that off.
You know what's ironic? The guy that grabbed his hair was completely bald.
Share some with me.
Yeah, he's probably just jealous.
Yeah.
And then so United beat Chelsea. Congrats. We'll see how long that lasts. Newcastle and Bournemouth draw 0-0. Newcastle with their new striker who's like 6'6", 6'5".
Oh, did you hear his interview?
Oh yeah, his favorite
Liverpool.
players.
He's a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, wrong team, buddy.
Yeah, and there you go. That's real good, especially you're replacing Isak, who just went to their favorite team.
Right. It's like I'm gonna follow his footsteps.
Yeah.
Wherever Isak goes, I go. And then finishing off the match week 5, Arsenal drawing to Man City. Arsenal getting a lot of stick for how they played, and it's
how
not
they're
just
celebrating.
from.
Because
Okay, so I will say the celebration. I think that's not. I think you should celebrate. You know,
okay,
I
so
don't.
then when we score that last minute penalty against Burnley, we're not allowed to celebrate as well?
Who said anything about celebrating?
That was all Pat. That was all Pat. That's why he's not here.
He's probably sick of us talking. No, I think I really do think celebrating isn't that bad, right?
And to be fair, that Martinelli goal was
It was.
a thing of beauty. You can Pat edit that. I don't want you to have
It's not
any
beauty.
clout or anything, but it was a good.
Yeah,
Lucky. Okay, lucky. I like that. But it was a good shot. It was a good, man.
it was
It was
all
a nice
right.
flick. But
He's
the
a
one that you
professional. He's a
least
professional
expected
athlete.
it.
He's a professional athlete. You
Do you
shouldn't
expect Martinelli to
less.
come save you? No,
That's true. But so I want to look at their starting lineup.
I heard that they were talking about their what's it called? Their midfield. That it wasn't the best midfield.
So they started off with
Mourinho.
So it was Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, and in the midfield you had Rice, Zubimendi, Mourinho, and then Madueke,
Yeah.
Madueke, Gyökeres and his playing in Timberlands, and then Trossard. So you're sitting Saka as a Martinelli. So I guess the complaint was, why are you being so defensively set up? And
when you're home.
Yeah.
Come on.
So it's not just me saying it. Like I said, I didn't really watch the match too much. It was just what I was hearing from Arsenal supporters, you know, from Robbie and what's that? I also heard guy's name.
You spent all this money on Eze, and you don't even put him in the starting lineup. Yeah. That was what they needed in the midfield, was creativity.
And you play him in the midfield. Flair.
And that's what Eze brings you.
Yeah.
And you spend all that money, and you're just going to put him on the bench. You're going to put him to come in on the second half. And when he comes in, he was the one who gave that pass to to Martinelli.
Yeah. We can't talk too much. I don't want Arteta to listen to us talking and then adjust his formations and be like, oh my God, this guy's so much.
I'll get you a jersey, right?
He's so smart. Yeah. But who was it? Was it Jamie Carragher that was like, you know, everyone's talking about Gyökeres not being playing to the standard that he's known for, and it's because he's not being set up. You know, they're not creating chances for him. It's kind of like with last year with Solanke. Solanke scored. He's coming off a season where he scored 19 goals, and last season he didn't score nearly as much in the league, and it's because we weren't really creating for him. And I feel like that's what's happening right now for Gyökeres. And then so why not bring Eze as that guy that can? You saw it last week, creating those chances. For him. So
it changes Arsenal completely when he comes on.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm bitter that he didn't come to us, but if I'm sitting as, I'm sure Arsenal fans liked him as much as I did, and you see him, he wears the number 10 and he sits on the bench, like that has to kind of infuriate you a little bit.
Yeah.
So why you can see where some of the complaints are coming. Yeah, Pat just got as a snake number 10 jersey. So what is he gonna do? Wear and just watch him on the bench? I'm sure he has a game plan for him. Yeah. I'm sure he has something for him, but
I believe so.
But that City's not at his best. Why aren't you out there attacking? And
you're at home. You need to get the point. You see, Liverpool is already ahead of you. You got to make up those points somehow. Risk it a little bit, and that's what you mentioned, that they're playing a defensive a little bit. They're like, I saw, like even the Arsenal fans are like, I think I sent it in the group chat. It was like, Arteta is just playing not to lose. He doesn't want to lose, so he's not gonna risk it. He's not gonna put in Eze or put in Saka or what was it called, Guarneri, because he's a young kid. But that's what you got to do sometimes. You got to risk it. Sometimes it pays off and sometimes it doesn't. But how are you gonna know?
Your City's off to a bad start, just like they were last season. Give them all you got. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Exactly. And then now they got more injuries, and that's gonna be the complaint. Oh, we got injuries, so we got But whatever, we don't want to lose.
You're like Chelsea. You got 3 benches, man.
I think
they got all the defenders from each country on their bench.
I think what used to make this team very scary to play against, or you knew they were going to come out with results, I think they're losing that spark. I know Pat wants to say, "Oh, we're more hungry, we want it more, we want it more, we want it more." And at one point, you could have seen it, right? At this point, and I think it relies on Arteta. You're kind of losing that spark, and you thought they were gonna gain that again. Signing some of these players that they signed as a Gyökeres, even the winger. You want to say Madueke? Is it Madueke, right? Madueke,
Madueke.
Madueke. I can't pronounce. I can't pronounce. Yeah, and these are some really good, attacking players, and people doubted him, but then the first few games he showed out, and he really turned the tide on some of these Arsenal fans. They're really appreciating him now. But you still go out and play very defensive, and I feel like that spark is going out. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw it with Tottenham at one point where it's not going to be the same. They're not going to, they're not going to take the same trajectory we did. That's not what I'm trying to say, but I do remember, towards the end of Pochettino, we weren't playing the same way, and then switching over to Mourinho, it was like our light was just put out. We haven't played the same since Ange. And that's why when Ange came in, we were all about Ange ball. It reignited this love for the club, and reason why we loved Tottenham, and the reason why I fell in love with the club under Pochettino is because of the style of football. And like I said, there was a time where you didn't see that anymore. And not that like I said, not that that's where Arsenal's going, but you can see it happening.
I expected them to be a little more closer. Honestly, like that Liverpool Arsenal game, I expected a little more from them. Didn't see it. I expected a little more from them against Man City. Didn't see it. You have all that attacking, and like Pat was saying, they're just doing the low block. Well, guess what? You spent all that money on those players. That shouldn't be that shouldn't be a problem. You shouldn't be complaining. You're at home. You got your whatever your 11th
stop complaining.
Yeah, you took the tunnel, the carp off the tunnel, so you can get the crowd to. What else you want? You want to turn the water off in their bathroom, so they got to hold it in. What else do you want? You're at home. Socks. Yeah, you're at home, and you're at home. You shouldn't be playing defensive. You should be playing there to win, and and you're not gonna do that with Eze on the bench, Saka on the bench. Risk it a little bit, man. I mean, and if Saka gets injured, guess what? You got Madueke, who's been phenomenal.
Oh, he's injured now.
Oh yeah, but
he's out for a few weeks.
What? Let's see what Pat says now. Yeah, I'm thinking Capie is injured as well. People are coming back from injury. Mm-hmm. We'll see what happens with the Carabao Cup and the Champions League now.
Oof. Well, at least I will say it's better to get these injuries out now, and hopefully you'll get a fit squad. So when you're fighting for whatever titles come January, we'll see. Maybe, who knows? Maybe he's saving some of that firepower for the second half. But I wish Pat was here. But I think he's also sick from seeing Arsenal.
Now we know why he wears a mask, so no one can see him, because he's put a horrible display since showing up at Arsenal.
But at the end of the day, they still are second. They do sit with 10 points
because of goal difference.
Yeah, that's true. Only by one. Only by one.
It's like what, like a 2-way, 3-way tie? Whatever. It is what it is. That's what they belong. Second place. They don't know what number 1 is.
So are you going to put Tottenham in your top 6 come January? I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah. At least I didn't put Spurs. I mean, at least I didn't put Man United. What are you guys thinking about?
I don't even know.
Now I feel bad because I think I put Aston Villa. No, I didn't. Maybe I did put Aston Villa.
Oh, I think you did. All the way down. That's even worse.
No, after the season they had.
So Villa, who's the next manager? Who's the most likely manager to get sacked right now?
I've heard that Graham Potter is safe for the time being. I feel like it's got to be Wolves, man.
I thought he just signed it. I think he signed an extension.
Who cares? Eric Ten Hag just signed and he got canned. I was going to say Mourinho, but he already went to Benfica. But I was like, he can go back to Wolves, and that was mini Portugal back in the day. But I don't know. I'm thinking it's got to be Wolves or Potter.
On September 18th, he signed a new 3-year contract. He must have some faith in them.
Yeah, because he saved them. He rejuvenated them for that bit to keep them in the Premier League. Now you lost your 2 best players. I think they even wanted to sign Larson from Newcastle wanted to sign him. That was your like main
They said
striker.
no.
You know, they're like basically hanging on. It's still early in the season. It's still not, they can still have time, but we got to see what happens in the December, winter window to see what the situation looks like. But I think Graham Potter is, because he's the big coach from Brighton to Chelsea to West Ham. I think the name carries a little bit of clout, and you're not delivering. But we'll see. What about you? Who are you thinking?
So Graham Potter. So I have Potter. But Potter, I feel like Ange might have a short leash. It's if he was taking over a Forest team that wasn't in Europa, that wasn't knocked out, in Carabao, because they just got knocked out. I think it's also bad timing. I don't think it's all his fault. I don't think if he does he came in at a time where
there was turmoil between him
too
and
much. There's too much on the plate that was coming at him too fast, and we'll see. Maybe he can save his job with Europa, but he can. I think he has a short leash, and then Emery,
because you don't know with that owner, man.
Yeah, but and then the Aston Villa manager Unai Emery. I think it's too early because of what he's done in the past with Aston Villa, but sitting, that far down the table, 18th, it's not like you lost close games. You weren't even scoring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it took you 5 matches to finally get us.
I mean, I think that's where you look at their last transfer window, selling. Who was a Colombian? Duran. I think that was a mistake because I think he would have came in clutch if he would have stayed over Watkins.
And I think I blame the like you said, I also blame the organization because they are in PSR and financial issues, and I feel like they put themselves in that position because I think I was reading somewhere that their wages to revenue like percentage was super high, so they're risking a lot. They especially last season they risked a lot to get into Champions League and they fell short of that. All the loans that they put up, players that they were signing, Asensio, Rashford, Martinez, or I can't remember his name from Dortmund. They had a lot of players because they wanted to get the Champions League position, and I think they were betting on getting that money, and they didn't qualify for it. So, hey, not everybody could be Spurs. You know what I'm saying? Qualifying for Champions League after you win a Europa League.
No, I believe it's safe too. Potter. I think, Graham Potter and maybe the manager of Wolves. But I just think Unai Emery, he's a big name. I think he'll be able to salvage this season. We'll see.
We'll see.
They're firing left and right.
Yeah, we'll see. I think we finished top 5, top 6.
I think you make it. I think you make it back into Europe. If
we are in
Conference League, yeah, but I mean, when the season ends,
so we finish in the European.
You finish in European position,
Champions League.
So that's 6th or 5th, whatever. My favorite league, the Confederation, or no, the conference, right? Whatever. I don't know, the conference. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you guys get back into.
Yeah. All right, so want to move into match week 6, or should we go over
what? Real quick, the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah. What is your take on it?
We spoke about it. I think the wrong person won. I think the wrong person won. What is the metric for scoring it? Basically, a lot of pundits or whatever reporters say that Champions League is what solidifies you winning the Ballon d'Or.
But then I remember overall European,
I mean,
it's just if you're basing it off of just one competition, then okay, you win. Like the NFL, you win the MVP of this match. Like if we're basing it off of one competition, then be like, oh, you're like, or in Europe, they'll have they'll come out with the tournament man of the match or man of the tournament, whatever, and like, okay, you win that, but just because you won, I mean, but then again, Leo Messi has won it a few times, won undeservedly, and we can't. There's gonna be a lot of hate for that, for what I just said, but it's true.
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk should have won, but whatever. No.
And then I think he won it when he was with PSG half the season, and then with Inter Miami. So how are you winning it? Like, how are you winning it when you're playing for Miami?
Like, I mean,
But,
we discussed. I think Rafinha. I don't know how he ended up in. Well, I think it was fifth
like
place
fifth,
or
yeah.
something. How does his stats in the La Liga and in Champions League were way better than Lamar, right? Whatever. That's all I'm saying. I think but I think Barcelona is just pushing on Lamar because I think he's a Barcelona academy player, but his numbers are nothing compared to Rafinha. Yeah. I think even Bruno Fernandes had this a little more higher than what Lamar had. So that should mean Bruno should have been higher
up. Harry Kane should have been up there. Harry Kane gets tons of hate. I don't know. Mo Salah too. And then you're playing
exactly in the harder league. You're PSG. Let's not to downplay it, but it's a one team league. It's a PSG. Barcelona. You have it's a little more fairly. You got Atletico. You got sometimes you got Sevilla. Real Madrid. You have at least a little more competition than in the French league with it's just PSG and depending on who's having a good day. But Rafinha's putting up good numbers in La Liga, and then you have Mo Salah, who's in probably the hardest league all around, breaking records. He's won every trophy, whatever, every award in the Premier League. Had I think a higher goal percentage, goal contribution rate numbers than everyone else, and yet he was like I believe in fourth place or something. And you got Lamar, who's not even a third of that.
Hype. It's just hype. That's all it is. It's hype.
Yeah. Maybe he sent, but then again, everyone's talking about it's reporters that are the ones who are voting.
Exactly.
And of course, there's reporters who have, their friends a bit, like, Fabrizio Romano, who's, friends with people. How else do you get a scoop? How else do you get that exclusive interview?
Yeah.
I vote for you. You give me the exclusive, stuff like that. I just think it's the merit on how you get that award. It should be more transparent. It should be set up. I mean, let's be honest. Premier League, La Liga is much tougher than the Portuguese league and the French league.
Yeah.
So I think it should take more consideration what is done in those leagues than what is done in, those lower leagues. But at the end of the day, I just feel like Arjen Robben, like I said, like, oh, so winning the Champions League gets you the Ballon d'Or, and he's won it, and that year Cristiano Ronaldo won it. So it's what's the merit?
It's just who people like the most that year.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you hear what his dad said? He was like, it's the greatest robbery on human earth. I was like, dude, relax, bro. Yeah. Like,
and I'm not just saying this because he's my son. Yeah, you are.
Look at the stats.
Yeah,
it's too easy. Look at the stats. There's an eye test, sure.
Yeah, he shouldn't have been second. Yes, he belonged in the what's it called? Should belong in the top 30. He won the young whatever the young player award.
Cool. Like,
that's good. But he belongs in 30, but he did not belong in second place. Fight me. My name is Pat. Okay, yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan.
I'm also Pat.
I'm an Arsenal fan.
All right, so let's move into match week 6 so we can close this out. This puppy out. So match week 6 is September 27th. Saturday we have Brentford hosting Man United. Let's do rapid fire. You want to do that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Brentford hosting Man United. I think Brentford get 3 points. Draw. Yeah, you're right. Draw. Chelsea hosting Brighton. Ooh, Brighton. I give it to Brighton. I think Brighton almost beat one of the best teams in Europe, so I think they might be able to beat Chelsea.
What do you mean? They beat City, so they already. No, I feel like it's going to be a draw. They got no Sanchez, their second straight back goalkeeper. Brighton. I feel like it can be 1-1, but it's a draw regardless.
Okay, let's skip over Crystal Palace, Liverpool. We'll save that. Leeds United hosting Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
Yeah. Areola. Oh yeah. Oh man. You know what? I talk trash about Semenyo being, when there was links to him to come to Tottenham.
You talk trash about everyone.
And I take it back. Hey, Semenyo, if you're listening, I'll gladly accept you. Come on.
He's like, Alan, I'm staying away from Spurs.
I was like, no, I think he's just a one season wonder. And then I see him play, and I'm like, oh, this guy's good. This guy's real good. Manchester City hosting Burnley. I think this is gonna be a good game. I think it's a revenge match for Walker. Yeah, I think City will come out with it, but I feel like Burnley's gonna put up a good fight.
I feel they're gonna park the bus, and
I mean they're good defensively.
Yeah, Liverpool can attest to that.
Yeah. Ange Ball Forest facing Sunderland.
Damn, that's a good match.
I think Sunderland might. I think they might draw this too.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards a draw as well.
Sunday the 28th, Aston Villa hosting Fulham. Fulham on a winning streak. I think Fulham get it. Yeah. Aston Villa, I'm sorry, but you need to show us a little bit more. Newcastle United hosting Arsenal.
St. James Park is a hard place to win.
It is.
Draw. Even though I do want Newcastle to win.
I always want Newcastle to win. Well, not always, but when they're playing, whenever they're playing, Liverpool, playing against the
rivals.
I think it's gonna be a good match. I thought this might have been the highlight game of the week, but I think we ended up going with Crystal Palace versus Liverpool because they're both the undefeated Community Shield rematch match.
And that whole Mark Gay situation.
Custody match.
Yeah, it's custody match.
Winner takes all.
Yeah.
Double or
so
nothing.
Far we've won every custody match, but we'll keep going.
And then Monday, September 29th, we have Everton hosting the struggling West Hamburgers. I think
David Moyes,
Everton,
Jack
in their new stadium they do take this match. Let me see. I want to pull up what's his Patrico's. Where are his? I got his predictions. And then we also have Champions League matches that we should go over.
Yeah.
But let's start with the highlight game of the week. Oh, wait.
We forgot Spurs against who? Bro, you've got Spurs against your Wolves. That your favorite team.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Oh, we're getting there? Okay, I heard.
So Crystal Palace hosting the Liver. We play for 97 minutes or until we score. Pool. What is your prediction?
No own goals for us. Well, all right, I'll go with mine. Shit, that's a good one. Sadly,
you can't curse.
I can curse all I want. I just think it's going to be a tight match. I think we're going to get revenge over the Community Shield. Someone's O's got to go, and it's going to be Crystal Palace. Liverpool with Isak leading the front line because Ekitike got a red card in the Carabao Cup for taking off his shirts. So we still got Mo Salah, we still got Dominic Szoboszlai, we still got our squad. So I just think it's going to be too much for them. I'm going to go. Let me go 0-2 for Liverpool.
Okay, so Liverpool 2, Crystal Palace 0.
Yes.
Pat is saying Liverpool 2, Crystal Palace 2. So a draw. So he's saying the streaks continue.
Yeah.
The streaky underwears continue. And I haven't made my prediction yet. So I'm just going to go off the fly. Let's see. Crystal Palace.
Rapid fire.
Liverpool. Pretty good. Played for probably 107 minutes.
They're going to go into extra time. We're going to play 120 minutes to decide a winner. You're probably leaning towards a draw.
I think a draw. I think Oliver Glasner, I think defensively he can sit up. Crystal Palace has beat you guys.
They have. That's why it's revenge.
Let's do a draw. You know what? I'm going to do
What's the score,
draw
though?
As well.
2-2. Wow. So I see you're your follower. Wow.
No, I'm just going based off of history.
History.
Community Shield history. So then we'll move on to Tottenham Hotspurs hosting Wolves. Wolverhampton Wanderers. I am scared for this because whenever we face a team that has not won, we kindly gift them 3 points wrapped up in our best Tottenham Hotspur gift wrap paper. But not today. We will not give them this 3 points. We'll come out with these 3 points. Tottenham 3, Wolves 0. Please.
All right. 3-0.
Please and thank you.
Please.
Javi gets his first goal.
Okay.
Kudos gets his goal that he's been trying to get these last few matches. And then an own goal. Yeah. Of course.
Just beware. Alan is known to take back predictions, so you might want to stay I
don't take
later.
it back.
He might want to make another one. He might say 3-1 now.
That's what I'm saying. It could be 3-1. That way I dropped that hint, and then I could be like, well, I did say mind games.
Phony.
And then Pat is predicting a Newcastle Arsenal 2, Newcastle 1. Interesting. He thinks Arsenal's going to beat Newcastle at St. James Park.
Just like he thought they were going to beat Liverpool. Just like he thought they were going to beat Man City. Pat, you gotta follow history, bro. A loss or a draw.
Hey,
you
gotta follow history too, Randy, with Crystal Palace. Don't talk about it. That's recent history.
Omit
Sorry.
that.
I didn't mean to make the narrative. Man, so now we will move on to the mini league extra points. Let's see here. Galatasaray versus. Are you playing away?
Yeah, we're playing in Turkey.
Ooh, and that's a tough stadium. That's a
loud stadium.
You kind of want to go into this game playing some of the younger guys. You want to give, it's early in the Champions League, especially with this new format. It's early in the league format. You want to play some of the younger guys, but then you show up to this stadium and it's
unforgiving, man, when you get out on the field. Yeah,
it really is.
Pyros, flares,
tifos everywhere. Yeah,
it's a hard place to play at, but it won't be for Liverpool. Liverpool will come out with the win. I think Galatasaray will score a goal, but at the end of the day, it's going to be too much for them. They ain't used to playing against champions, so I think it's going to be Liverpool.
Yeah, 1-3. Okay.
Yeah, bro.
I see.
TK is on fire, and then
I see a red card coming in this game.
Yeah, it's going to be from them. Galatasaray.
No, it's trust me, it's not.
What? Romero ain't on our team.
It's gonna be someone in your midfield.
Ooh.
Watch.
Don't jinx it.
Or I'm gonna read the future.
Okay, read the future, and guess what? A rematch, a semifinal Europa League rematch.
Talk about semifinals. Talk about tough matches. Sheesh.
Yeah, talk about tough. Looking it up in your search history. Oh. Where are they on the map? Alan?
Oh, they're in the Arctic Circle. Trust me. We beat them there. You guys will keep telling us, Champions League isn't the same as Europa League. But guess what? We're facing the same dang teams that we face in Europa in Champions League. So guess what? What does that mean? That means the quality of teams that we played during Europa League is Champions League quality. Come on. No, I'm only going with what y'all are saying. I'm only going with the logic that you guys use.
All right.
Is it not?
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. So Tottenham, we are away at so Bodo Glimt is hosting Tottenham Hotspurs. Been there, done that. We know how to play on their artificial whatever field. Their field is like a rug. You can see creases in it, but I think we're going back there. We already know what to expect. We're going in a nicer weather. Last time we went, I think we were it was probably a bit colder. Actually, I don't know.
I mean, it was like late winter, early fall. I mean, early spring. So I guess it was.
It might be around the same time.
I mean, it's cold all the time up there, I guess. Arctic Circle.
So 2-0. 2-0 Tottenham. 2-0. Again. Deja vu. 2-0 Tottenham over Bodo Glimt. Hopefully the last time we have to see these guys, because if we face them too many times, they're bound to win one.
Yeah, third time's a charm. They finally get it.
And then we have Arsenal facing. Who are they facing?
Olympiacos, the Greek team.
That's the team. Guess who owns that team?
Yeah. I don't know his name, but
Pablo Marinakis Escobar.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I don't want to get sued for that or killed. Hey, clip that up. So he's guessing a 3-0 victory over Olympiacos. Yeah. So 3-0. See about that?
3-0. Good luck, Pat. Good luck.
Good luck, Pat, because if you beat him in the Champions League, we'll see we'll see what happens to you guys in the Premier League. He still owns them, doesn't he?
They think so. The Greeks own everything, bro.
All right, so I think that's it, right? Is that an episode?
I call that an episode. a damn good episode, if I do say so.
We got Spurs playing. By the time this comes out, we've already probably, hopefully, fingers crossed, beat Doncaster. Yeah, in the Carabao Cup. Who else plays tomorrow? Liverpool played today.
Yeah, we played.
Chelsea played Lincoln. That's who they played. Lincoln City. Wolves beat Everton.
Oh, damn. So you want to change your prediction now? They're on a high.
Who's Man United playing? They're not playing anyone because they're not invited. Arsenal playing Port Vale. City, Huddersfield, Castle, Bradford City. So yeah. Arsenal and Tottenham playing tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have one
something to talk about on next episode.
Something to talk about. And that's an episode. Thank you for joining us this week, Match Week 5. Join us next week. We'll be covering Match Week 6, some Champions League. Hopefully the Champions League table looks a lot favorable. Go over some mini points. Hopefully that table looks even better as well. Oh, we didn't get over the mini league points. We'll do that next week. Yeah, so hit that like, subscribe button.
Points anyways.
Yeah. On YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, wherever you listen to this podcast, whether it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, hit that follow, auto download, and give us some topics, give us some feedback. We would really appreciate it, and see y'all next week. Koi. Oh wait, Instagram, Rivals on the Pitch. Hashtag bang
Do it again. Do it all over again.
No. Bye.
Deuces.